And welcome back on this Thursday morning. Dusty McLemore. We'll get to see you 2 days in a row. 36 to 40 degrees outside right now. This is as warm as it's going to be, so anything you need to do, you may want to take care of early. Temperatures are going to be dropping, sticking around 36 mark. Low tonight of 20, so make sure you keep the water running so the pipes don't freeze. I'm going to have to remind Jamie of that. And tomorrow, high temperatures of 43, low of 27, partly cloudy skies. Looks like no rain to really worry about. Finally, a Sunday with no rain, so that's good. It's almost 70% chance of rain on Tuesday of next week. All right, let's switch gears and talk about a book signing that's looking pretty good outside, not too bad. Let's talk about a book signing that's going to take place at our very own Chick-fil-A, which I got to do a shameful plug here. Chick-fil-A, free coffee every day, either iced coffee or hot coffee, one per person for the month of February. So take advantage of that and make sure you try that iced coffee if you've never tried it. But Miss Smyser, Teresa, your husband is here and with you this morning. Thank you for playing the game. Now, you're going to be joining Chick-fil-A on Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
Now, your book is a Christian-written love story.
Correct.
You really don't see that anywhere, do you?
There are some out there.
But you don't ever hear anyone ever talking about it. So let's ask a few general questions here. First, during the break, I was like, wow, you've got your husband up here with you, and, this is a pretty thick book. And you said it took, what, three and a half years to write?
Yes.
And I asked you point blank, how neglected were you?
Not a bit.
Not a bit, so that's a pretty good answer. That was an honest answer?
Yes.
It was good. Tell us a little bit about the book without giving it away, for the love story.
Okay. It is about, there's a plane crash. There's two survivors, of course, your hero and your heroine, and it's about...
Now, are they a couple before they crash?
No. Okay. She is a Christian young lady who is looking for direction from God in her life, and then they crash, and the man that she is with is polar opposite.
A non-believer.
Exactly, a non-believer. And so it's about their journey getting along together and how God takes their darkest moments and turns them into everlasting blessings. So it has a great ending.
It has a great ending, so we're not going to spoil it and tell you that. But if you're trapped on an island and you think there's no hope of getting out, I think God would make a big play in it.
Exactly. You certainly are reaching that.
So you always hear someone say that there's always God in a foxhole. Is that it, or is there another saying? He always shows up. Imagine that for people who say they don't believe. Obviously, what you tell, I'm not going to put words into your mouth, but tell me, what do you want people to get out of this book when they read it? What is the main thing you want them to understand?
I would like this book to be used as a tool of offering hope for people who are lonely, if you have trust issues, if you have forgiveness problems. All of those are wrapped up into this book, and it's everyday life and how God plays a part in that if you allow Him to come in. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, the consequences that can come from that. So it's really and it also offers the plan of salvation for those who don't know God in an intimate way.
How long have you been married?
36 and a half years.
Wow, congratulations. 36 and a half years, that's a long time. Can you imagine, and I know there's probably many couples out there that are not, one may be going to church, the other one may not, and it has to be extremely difficult to be married to a non-believer.
Yes.
Just daily life has to be an issue.
And then, so your believer has to come to the point of living out their beliefs and not necessarily harping on it and
nagging the husband or the wife to go to church and do this and do that.
And praying God will work in their life and bring them to the salvation.
Do you think that's the biggest mistake either men or women make, and that's like trying to push the other spouse into making a commitment?
It could be. Do you have anything to add on that?
I think the mistake is on the front end. You need to be very careful about who you choose to marry.
Know who you're going to marry before.
Exactly.
Because even if you marry a non-believer, there's no promise that they're going to turn into a believer.
Right.
So that can make life very difficult.
Yes, especially if you have children. Are they going to go to church, not go to church? And how are you going to raise them?
Yeah, our pastor, Pastor Dusty McLemore, happens to be here this morning. His testimony is, his wife Patsy became saved way before he did, and he started to see changes in her life and how it made her happier and just, I guess, more at calm, more at ease and everything. And then he eventually strived to want that.
Right.
And brought him to that. So that's
kind of what's in my book as well.
That's in your book. Oh, we pinpointed it.
Yeah,
All right.
that's in there
Where can
too.
people get the book?
They can buy it on Amazon, or they can come Saturday to Chick-fil-A here in Athens at the book signing and get it there, and I'll autograph their copy.
And the book signing starts at 10 a.m.?
11 to 1.
11 to 1, okay.
Right, and then they can have lunch at Chick-fil-A.
That's right, and you can get that free coffee or iced coffee while you're there too. All right, this is your first book. You have since written another book.
I'm on the last chapter of my second
Awesome.
book, so I'm taking one character out of there and continuing on.
Continuing on. Did the second book take quite as long as the first?
No, I was able to get it out in less than a year, but I didn't have as many family things going on as I did during that one.
Okay, well, a lot of down-to-earth experiences, I guess you can say, in the book. You can. It's nice to read a book and it's just kind of real and not over your head and things that you can relate
Yes,
to.
and it's an easy read.
It is.
That's what everyone tells me. It's an easy
Well, good.
read.
I mean, that's a great compliment. It really is,
Thank you.
because there's a lot of books you pick up and it's like, oh, I'm not going to read this. I can't get into it.
Right.
But this is a good one. Heaven help us. You can meet this author there at Chick-fil-A right here on Highway 72 in Athens this Valentine's Day. What a special day to do it, too.
That's right.
Congratulations, and thanks for being up here with us, too. Anything you want to add?
It was my first Christian romance novel to read.
It was. And what did you think? From a men's perspective, what did you think?
Has it got pictures in it?
No.
Not a single photo in here.
She nailed it. The interaction and all that takes place between the two main characters, which is great. And what I loved was she took pieces from our life and inserted it into the story,
Well,
and
nice.
to our courtship, and even a life event at the end of the book. And it was like, wow, I'm reading us.
Well, us at 6 years, congratulations. Not a bad us to read in the book. All right, thank you guys for being with us this morning. You're welcome. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, I think we're going to try to go outside. How cold is it? We're going to go outside and take a look at a hot rod, and it looks pretty good. We'll be right back.